You so much as sneeze without my permission, you're going to regret it.
That I'd like to see! One punch!
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 times Batman got superpowers.
First the fear, then the feast.
For this list, we'll be looking at stories where the notoriously non-powered member of the Justice League found himself with extraordinary abilities. We won't be counting times that armors or exosuits gave him extra talents this time around. Do you prefer your Batman with or without superpowers? Sound off in the comments. Number 10. Vampire powers. Batman and Dracula, Red Rain.
This dark hunger within me. As much as I try, I can't suppress it. So instead, I'll feed it.
It's not hard to see how the Batman was influenced by the works of Bram Stoker's Dracula and Roland West's The Bat. But comic book writer Doug Moenk took the connection further by having the Dark Knight meet the vampire in one story. During the narrative, Batman receives vampiric powers such as enhanced strength and flight after being bitten, but doesn't have time to enjoy his abilities.
I'll give you a chance, Martian. A chance to join us.
Batman immediately had to turn his new powers against dangerous vampires that threaten Gotham. By the end of the story, he gives up on being Bruce Wayne, but he's still determined to go on as a much more literal Batman.
Vampires and garlic? You actually believe that?
Number 9. Echolocation and Sonic Abilities. Justice League Volume 2, Issue 38.
Sonar. Just like a
submarine, Mr. Wayne. Like a submarine.
In one comic storyline, Lex Luthor develops a synthetic plague known as the Amazovirus. When it accidentally gets out, most of the superpowered Justice League is rendered helpless and bedridden. Things turn out a little different for Batman when he's exposed to the Amazovirus. Within a short time, he loses his eyesight. However, he gains new echolocation abilities that allow him to hit enemies with sound waves and perceive the world around him.
The SWAT team on the stairwell. Another SWAT team on the roof.
Although it definitely made Bruce feel like more of a bat, this power set felt a little familiar. We think we know a superhero lawyer who can't see and relies on sounds that might sue Batman for copying him.
What do you actually see?
The world on fire.
Number 8. Flight, strength, and increased durability. Superman and Batman, number 32. Like Venom of Marvel fame, DC's Blackrock is an alien symbiote that can grant powers to ordinary people while having serious side effects on the host's mental state.
It amplifies characteristics of its host.
Hey, give me another cookie.
Especially aggression.
But when Superman and other heroes are overwhelmed by a negative influence, Batman relies on the alien. The Black Stone gives the Dark Knight enough power to fight the Big Blue Boy Scout. Additionally, Bruce can take a lot more punishment.
I broke you. How have you come back?
You think you're the only one who could learn the strength to escape. Where's the trigger?
But I never escaped.
The trade-off here is that Batman isn't exactly in full control of who he punches. Luckily, a couple of hard hits from Superman and an emotional conversation got Bruce back on track. Imagine the chaos Batman could have caused if he had the power of a symbiote that makes Venom look downright friendly.
Let it go.
I like being bad. It makes me happy.
Number 7. The Powers of a Genie. Detective Comics number 322.
It's all part and parcel of the whole Genie gig.
Phenomenal cosmic powers!
Yep, you heard right. Batman, the Dark Knight, Caped Crusader, and Scourge of Gotham's criminals was once a genie. After being hit with magic dust, the Batman must grant the wishes of crooks holding his lamp. He also gains a variety of superpowers like powerful breath, enhanced strength, and the ability to alter his size. Batman even tears the roof off a place at one point. Robin gets his partner back by just making a third wish that frees the Dark Knight from the lamp.
Genie, I wish for your freedom.
One bona fide prince pedigree coming up. What?
Although we praise the Boy Wonder's quick thinking, he might have missed a big opportunity. We wish Robin could have found a way for Batman to keep his genie powers just long enough to clean up Gotham's crime in a snap.
20 years in Gotham, Alfred. We've seen what promises are worth. How many good guys are left?
Number 6. An evil Bat-Manhattan. Dark Knight's Medal.
If I'm to have a symbol, it shall be one I respect.
In the classic Watchmen graphic novel, an accident with an intrinsic field generator transforms scientist John Osterman into a blue being known as Dr. Manhattan. We'd see Bruce have a similar scientific mishap in the Dark Knight's Medal series. When he tried to investigate Dr. Manhattan's energy, the sinister Batman Who Laughs interfered. As a result, the machine imbued the Dark Knight with all of Dr. Manhattan's powers.
They are shaping me into something gaudy. Something lethal.
The Batman Who Laughs found a way to get his brain inside the superpowered Bruce Wayne's body. This led to a powerful being with Dr. Manhattan's powers, Batman's fighting skills, and Joker's insanity. Anyone scared of the Blue Man in Watchmen should know they could have dealt with someone much worse.
Similarly affected. Do you care to comment? I said, leave me alone!
Number 5. Man-Bat Batman. Batman Incorporated, number 10.
Francine and Marge tried to protect me, but it was too late. The beast knew what chemicals were needed to bring itself about.
Since 1970, Dr. Kirk Langstrom's Man-Bat has been both Batman's ally and enemy. While the scientist's motivations vary depending on the story, he typically tries to help people with an affliction before accidentally creating a serum that mutates him into a Man-Bat.
2 for dinner, sir? I got a list of all the items stolen from the chemical labs. Who would have thought they'd be used to create a monster?
A desperate Bruce decided to give the serum a try himself in 2013. It was horrifying and a little cool to see the original Batman become more animalistic and sprout wings. This Dark Knight seemed to have all of Man-Bat's enhanced senses, sonar, and the ability to lead bats. If you want to see another version of this cool hybrid, Justice League Gods and Monsters has you covered. The movie just skips a step and has Kirk Langstrom become a Man-Bat Batman.
Go ahead.
Bet you taste like crap.
Number 4. Immortality. Superman and Batman Generations.
I understand your reluctance, Bruce. You saw the pit's effect on my father. I assure you the process is now much safer.
Although he's been around since 1939, Batman ages like everyone else. But his classic League of Shadows enemy, Ra's al Ghul, doesn't have to worry about that drawback. The villain has access to a rejuvenative substance which keeps him from aging. However, in Superman and Batman Generations, Ra's al Ghul asks an older Bruce to follow him into the Lazarus Pit. When the Dark Knight emerges, he's back in his prime and ready to fight crime.
Wow. I always wondered what you were like at your peak. Now I have some idea.
Not quite at my peak, but certainly better than I've been capable of in years.
He keeps using his access to his Lazarus Pit powers to deal out justice for much longer than he naturally could have. Normally, an older Bruce would just accept that he's aged and fight crime anyway. It's hard to tell whether that's more impressive than a practically immortal Batman.
Shall we?
After you.
Number 3. Green Lantern. Batman in Darkest Night.
The freedom of the entire universe is on the line, and our first duty is to the innocent people we sworn to protect and serve.
One Elseworlds tale chose to dramatically change Bruce Wayne's origin story at a crucial point. Right before a bat can fly in and inspire his heroic identity, he's offered the chance to become a Green Lantern. Bruce immediately uses the ring's ability to create virtually anything its wielder can think of to stop a robbery. He even manages to stop the accident that would have created the Joker. However, after Bruce fights the alien Sinestro, the extraterrestrial becomes a pseudo-version of the clown and must be stopped.
He callously destroyed every living being on those ships, after which he created a puppet government, loyal only to him.
Surprisingly, this isn't the only time Batman became a Lantern. We've even seen him wear a yellow ring. Every time he gets his hands on lantern powers, Batman stuns us with his imagination.
They tell me it's all about will, and believe me, will's one thing I've got plenty of.
Number 2. The Red Death. Dark Knight, Metal, Batman the Red Death number 1. There's a world where a Batman snapped after losing multiple allies during his crusade.
Jesus, Alfred, count the dead. Thousands of people. What's next? Millions?
This unhinged Dark Knight only sees one way to move forward. He must stop the Flash and steal the Speedster's powers. After a tense battle, Bruce ends up tying the fast hero to the front of a modified Batmobile and drives into the Speed Force. This harrowing trip ends up giving the unhinged Bruce the powers of the Flash and the Scarlet Speedster's consciousness.
I've got a lock on the Ghost's resonance wave.
The new being becomes a vigilante known as Red Death who brutally eliminates criminals. On top of that, he can spawn bats that can wreak havoc on people's bodies. Thankfully, this powerful Batman is stopped before his terrifying powers could destroy untold amounts of lives.
Next time they shine your light in the sky, don't go to it. The bat is dead. Bury it.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Greatly enhanced strength and durability. Injustice, Gods Among Us. When the DC-themed Injustice Gods Among Us fighting game was announced, fans wondered how someone like Batman could fight powerhouses like Superman. The writers thought of a brilliant solution and introduced a pill made of Kryptonian nanotech.
It's a durability enhancer. 5U93R.
How can a pill allow...
Kryptonian nanotech. Increases the tensile strength of bone and tissue by several thousand%.
Known as 5U93R, this small item can vastly increase a person's endurance and strength. Although it was originally developed by an evil Superman, Batman and his allies grabbed some to resist the evil regime. It was great to see a pill that gave the Dark Knight enough power to smack Superman around that was so well integrated into the story. Although Batman has a mechanical suit that allows him to fight Kal-El, this small workaround was a great change of pace.
Breathe it in. That's fear.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.